What's going on, Tamers? Welcome to DigiPod, the digital podcast. I'm your boy Varney today in the studio, as always, with my boys Mike and Dan. What's up?
What's going on, fellas?
Yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Same shit, different day.
Same shit, different day. You know, just feeling in the dumps. Not really the dumps, but somewhat the dumps. We'll talk about that later.
I'm in the dumps.
I respect that. I'm sad.
Dan's definitely in the dumps. Mike's sad for a different reason, though. I'm sad.
I'm in a dump for multiple ways too, I guess you could say. My god.
We're not going to spend another however long we've spent over the last month bitching and moaning about Bandai, because I think we've all come to the point where we have accepted our fate.
Or are we?
Maybe.
I guess we'll see.
The topic of today's pod could go anywhere, so we'll see what happens, right?
We'll see what happens. But we don't expect to bitch and moan.
That's fair.
Maybe just un poquito.
Have we gotten to the point where we're famous enough that I have to start covering drinks until we get sponsors?
Yeah, you got to cover the drinks. You can't, no sponsor.
You can't let them know what I'm drinking.
Yeah. Just keep it turned around your way. So you
put the tape on it. Yeah, I got you.
Why are you drinking one of those right now?
Oh,
it's not Red Bull.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you some weird shit about my life. So I have ADHD. I don't know if this is for everyone that has ADHD.
Oh, I know what it is, because caffeine makes you tired. Yeah,
caffeine does the opposite to me. I don't know why. I don't know if that's everyone with ADHD, but that's what I told my doctor. And he was like, yeah, it's weird. And I was like, so. No, that's not just a weird thing. That's actually a thing, because I legit just heard that from someone from my coworkers. I was like, that's a scientific thing that for people who have ADHD, they be like, just give them caffeine, they'll get tired. Yeah, so I just get to drink these. That's good. I get to drink these whenever I feel like. It does not give me any benefit.
It's not good or bad though. It's not necessarily good, because they still have all the stuff that's in it. You know what I'm saying? Enough caffeine is gonna make you feel some type of way, jittery wise.
Before I figured this out, well, I mean, obviously I work out and stuff. I used to take pre-workout, and everyone would be like, oh, I feel so good on pre-workout. I'd be like, I feel worse. I was like, I can't lift the weight when I do pre-workout. What do you mean? So yeah, that's when I realized, I was like, oh, this has the opposite effect on me.
But pre-workout has caffeine?
Bro, it's like all caffeine. It's like caffeine and meth. That's basically all pre-workout is. It's caffeine and meth.
I was about to ask if you found that it helps, but then I just remembered you said it doesn't fucking help.
No,
I don't know.
It just makes me feel like shit.
Especially in my workout prime days where I was actually hitting the gym and actual heavy weights, I never used pre-workout, and my gains were all just gains by himself. I never used that stuff. That's how I feel. I'm like, what the, when I take it, I'm like, what the hell is your purpose? Is your purpose to get my heart pumping before I start working out? Because it's I can also do that. Protein. Usually. I can just
do that by thinking,
Yeah. Protein, getting yourself energized. Pre-working out, energized. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you need energy, gets you caffeine. How else you gonna get it? Obviously, I don't know why I didn't think it didn't have caffeine until just now. I just never put the two together. You know what I'm saying?
I think the stuff. I think most stuff has 300 to 400 milligrams of caffeine in it.
Sheesh, that's a bang right there.
Yeah, it's a lot. So I mean, you take it usually most people take it 20 minutes before they start working out. It's just supposed to pretty much get you pumped, I guess,
Yeah.
Get the blood flowing, everything. For me though, it doesn't. Again, it just makes me feel like shit. I can't take it at all. So yeah, you have to drink Red Bull whenever I want. I mean, not Red Bull, not anything. I mean, this is not a sponsor us first.
I mean, I don't know if I tell you to go drink a can of Red Bull just because you can drink a can of Red Bull.
Yeah, no. You just don't get the energy.
You might not get that high, but I mean, your heart's still gonna feel some type of way off of that.
Bro. Strawberry apricot, come on, this is delicious.
Ooh, I ain't gonna lie, that sounds pretty solid.
I mean, there's a lot of great tasting Monsters out there. I used to be big on Monster,
I hate Monster.
I think I like the Monster.
New wave. No, the new wave is the newer energy drinks called Alani. Yo, those are delicious, and they're pretty lower on the crap that's in it. And it's also vegan. So for anybody who's vegan and likes caffeine, go try one of those. Delicious.
Another good one, Celsius. Actually, somewhat decent.
But I feel like Alani is better than Celsius though for me.
Interesting.
Celsius
Like,
is what
try it, I
nurses
promise.
drink, and I fucking hate nurses. So
It's a nurse's
drink
drink.
Yeah.
You don't hate nurses. You don't.
Wait,
You
you
don't
telling
hate
me she
nurses.
used to always just drink
You
those?
just
Is
hate
that
She
your
used
why?
to buy like
ex-girlfriend.
32 fucking pack cases.
Oh,
of
the
those
32
fuckers.
pack. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Can't drink this. Fuck this. Stop.
Yeah.
Wow.
But,
You know, if this was a lifestyle podcast, we could go on for another
facts.
like 2
For
hours.
real.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, if anyone
I know
listens-
all about nutrition and all
we
that
should
stuff.
probably
So
we
yeah.
should put a disclaimer in the first like minute of this. If you want to skip past our bullshit energy
If
drink,
you want to go straight to the Digimon,
5
go
minutes.
to hit the 5 minute and like 45-second mark, maybe.
Yeah,
So
we are.
Yeah, I feel like this pod's gonna be a little weird and all over the place just because
Yeah, it will
Digimon
be.
news is a little slow right now, and I don't have too much to talk about unless we just start really ragging on again. I could do
You
that.
know,
for
maybe
hours.
that's what it is, right?
Don't worry, we're gonna
Well,
get
I
there.
think-
Maybe that's why we've
one
been
thing-
ragging, because we haven't gotten like anything. They stopped all the reveals because
Yeah.
it's like another couple weeks before the next set drops. So it's
Yeah.
like, what do we
I
talk
feel like
about? Well, let's
We
just shit
could
on them, I
talk
guess.
about LM. I think that the LM set is actually
Yeah, we
kind of
can.
decent. I feel
We
like
can
we can
talk
touch
about
on
the
that.
LM.
Do not
section,
buy ruin modes right now. Do not buy Death X's.
buy them if you want to play competitively. If you're not
whatever.
playing
If you're gonna play
competitively, then
competitively, you're gonna
don't
fucking
worry
buy
about it.
it. But they're getting reprints. Death X is getting 2 reprints, and I feel like they're doing it the Yu-Gi-Oh way, where like Yu-Gi-Oh will reprint a card that's like $100.
and then they'll reprint it into the ground.
No, so well, they will eventually, but the first reprint is always like so expensive. Like this, they'll reprint the $100 card, and then it'll go down by $5 because they printed it in the most obscure bullshit way possible, which is exactly what they're doing with Death X. So I think Death X is still going to be expensive until the LM set comes out, and I think once the LM set comes out, it'll probably still be pretty expensive.
It was. I think like base rarity would probably like hover between like 40-50.
Yeah,
I don't think. I think it'll
You think
because
it'll
it
be
was because it was.
Yeah, I
Remember,
guess
it
it
was
depends.
$40 at one point, right?
No, I know, but it's not. It's like what 70 now, 80.
base
For-
rarity? Nah, it's like $40 right now.
Is it
Yeah.
really?
It
It's dropped
crashed.
already.
So it crashed a bunch because of the 2 reprint reveals already. I just
Oh, okay.
sold my alt art Death X for $100, by the way.
Nice, nice.
I sold
is-
2 regular art Death X's like a few weeks ago for like 70.
I didn't know they already
nice.
crashed. Nice. That's
Yeah,
good
they're-
for people who want to buy them now.
Yeah, they're back at $40, which is where they hovered before they started.
okay. So
spiking
I
again.
think once they dropped, then maybe it'll be like 20, 30 then.
I don't know about 20. I think 20 is stretching it
That's
for
a
this
low,
card.
low,
but I
super low
think-
one.
Super low. I think 30 is a nice price point for that card
Yeah.
to be at. It's like Zwart Defeat. Like Zwart Defeat, because the difference is, right? Like Zwart Defeat, when it would, remember on release day when it dropped and they were like $1, and we were like, if you
Yeah.
guys don't pick up Zwart Defeats right now for $1, you're
Oh,
insane.
the LM, the first
Yeah.
sets what defeats? Yeah.
You mean
Yeah.
RB?
Oh, my bad.
RB. Well, yeah,
Resurgence.
RB.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
They were literally, we literally looked at it on stream. We were like, it's insane that this is $1 right now. You should pick these up. Now
100%.
they're $10. They had went up to like 15, 20
Yeah.
at one
They were
point.
they got up to like 20 at one point.
Yeah. I think
It was
Death
something
X
crazy.
will drop, but it won't drop that much. Like the first print, so to say, the first edition is going to drop to like $30, and then the 2 reprints will probably hover around the same price. It really depends on like what
The
people see as
ratios.
like max rarity.
Well, I think it depends on how hard it is to actually pull the secret rare.
That is
That's what I'm
Well,
saying. Like,
thing.
it really depends on like that send, how hard it is to pull it. If it's like guaranteed you're gonna get 1 per one of those boxes, it's gonna be cheaper. If it's not guaranteed, then we'll see it be higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ruin Mode, coming out, and a lot of people hate the new Ruin Mode art, so I think that'll be pretty cheap. Actually,
Yeah,
I actually kind of like it. Only
I like it, but at the same time, it's like I feel like it's a bad angle.
I
it
hate
is a
both
bad
alt
angle.
arts. I think both alt arts suck, and I think that the normal art is the coolest fucking art, but I can't be caught playing normal art cards because I'm a fucking idiot and something's
Oh
wrong
my
with
God.
my brain. So I have to play
You're
arts
such
I
a
don't even
sped.
fucking like, bro. Yeah,
Such a
I don't know.
sped.
Something's fucking wrong with me, I'll be honest. I think that I don't like either of the alt arts. I don't know. I think that this new alt art's kind of cool though.
That's what I'm saying. It like, if we're talking about like Ruin Mode, and like if you actually like Ruin Mode as a Digimon, this is an art that you will really like, because it gives an actually good Dan's right. It's kind of like it's not so much a bad one. It's more like a weird camera angle, but it really does like show off ruin mode, right?
So I have to I have to relook at the regular art and the all art right now, because you were saying it's like the art is weird. I've only looked at the all art because that's the only one I have in my new modern tech, and it's the only one that I just like switch around. And I'm just like, nah, the all art I think is better, honestly.
I just like the fucking.
I think the regular is cool as fuck though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I think the fucking sword.
I think the other one's better.
Thing, like right in your face, is sick. I don't know. Both are okay. I don't like the angle on the altar we have right now either. So, also I feel like other than that, this set's pretty fucking underwhelming. So far, I don't know if more cards are getting
LM set.
Yeah, like
how's it under? Well,
just the reprints. Like I think
I'd agree.
Like none of the reprints are good.
The reprints are very.
Hey, look! I get an aura of my Agumon. Leave me alone. BT13 Agumon, baby.
Alt art Newmon too.
Garymon. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go. The only good alt art is Imperial.
No, that's good art.
It's a brand new fucking art. That shit's fire as hell. That shit's about to make me sell my Chase fucking Imperial because I don't like that art at all, and I think that this is a way cooler art. Other than that, I mean, we got the promo Ragermon, or not Ragermon, promo. Oh my god.
I know which one you're talking about.
What's the dumb bird with
Saber.
Falcomon?
Sabergermon.
No, Sabergermon.
Yeah, the reprint. Okay.
We got promo Sabergermon reprint, and we have Black Red.
Wait, is that promo? Is that promo Falcomon coming in the BT17, or is that the LM?
No clue.
So we're getting the Flamedramon promo in
that's
BT17 box. Yeah. I don't remember all the promos that's in that one. Was the Falcomon part of that one? Or was that part of the LM stuff?
It's not. I don't think it's part of LM.
All right.
Yeah. Other than that, though, I'm hoping we get some better reprints, because right now they're all kind of.
So since we're talking about it, like let's just let the audience know like what exactly we're talking about for those unacquainted. So in December, we will be getting what's called the Special Limited set. It is a set that is exactly what RB1 should have been. It's going to cost, I believe, $30 or $40 MSRP, which means the buy price from distro should be low. You're going to, I think, buying 4 gets you a playset of everything sans the alt arts.
Promo wise, yeah.
So you're basically guaranteed to get like everything just by buying 4 boxes. Spend $120, get all the cards you need, which is great. That's how it should have been done with RB1. This set is going to combine LM3, LM4 Torrid Weiss, as well as some tournament pack stuff that we haven't gotten over here. Some of the big things that they announced that we're getting that aren't, like, if you don't know, like the LM stuff right off the bat, Cybertramon Ace, travesty. Megidramon Ace, the Scrambles, another travesty. The Sakuyamon, Agumon, Gabumon Aces. We're gonna get obviously the Death X reprint. There's the Chaos X alt art, which is one.
Oh yeah, that was a tough one.
I've seen, and I'm like, when are we getting it? And so we're getting it then. So we're waiting another 5 months to get that Chaos X alt art, which is a travesty. There's reprints for Sistermons for some reason. I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to like sit here and bitch about Bandai.
Hype, obviously,
but like, I just don't understand. Like, how do you choose these reprints? Like, nobody wants. I can buy bulk Sistermons for 10 cents, and if it's this is specifically for us, right? Like, this is a product for the English market. I can buy bulk Sistermons. I don't have an issue sourcing Sistermons.
Yeah.
Those aren't the reprints that we want.
I don't know. They gave us a fucking Monotamon from fucking BT10, and I was like, why? That card is a penny. Literally, you could buy 1,000 for fucking $5. Like,
and at least it's cool because it comes with the new borders, the colored borders.
Yeah,
so it's, at least it's like a decent
rarity bump.
I mean, they could have also given us
rarity bumps. That's all.
They could have also given us cards that were playable that needed rarity bumps. Cough, Stingmon from the starter deck, or Sting like BT12 XVmon, BT12 Stingmon. I don't know. You know, I'm just saying.
Like, I mean, we did get playable cards. We got Garymon.
But then we got BT6 Savior Huck. Why do we get another Savior Huck?
Yeah,
we got
the
Savior
championship
Huck
finals, in the regular one, and an event pack.
Yeah, Well, that's what I mean. Like, we got the Savior Huck, but the event pack one is basically the same fucking thing.
Yeah, it's the event pack, and then there's the regional stamp ones, and then there's the pre-release one, I think.
Yeah,
there's
like pre-release one. Yeah.
I don't.
Not sure why they chose that one. They could have chose like the newer.
Yeah,
Savior
give me
Huck
the
if you're
new.
gonna give a Savior Huck.
At least give me the new one so I can get a rarity bump on the newer one. Like,
no clue. Yeah, I don't know.
They make weird choices sometimes.
Random things, I felt like. I don't know.
They threw Deltamon in here, so everybody who was like, oh my goodness, Deltamon, you guys are vicious. You bought it out. And yada, yada, yada. Here you go. Deltamon's getting reprinted.
They printed another promo, I think, right?
They printed a bunch of promos. Datsux, Wanyamon, the Nature Spirit egg. No, not Myotis X confirmed yet, but I would assume. But we're getting those. We're getting Myotis X in the tournament packs.
Yeah, that's the same pack that the tournament packs are. Those cards. Right, so I would assume Myotis X will be next. We'll see.
Agreed. I would assume that as well. Dramojamon, that's another one that's in those same set of packs.
Yep.
The Gatsu X, does that come in those packs, or is that a separate one?
Gatsu X comes in the packs. Yeah.
Those four are together: the Gatsu X, Myotis X, Dramojamon, and the Wanyamon.
Yo, Gatsu X is a
solid card.
It's a card. I like cards like this. I'm very excited to try to play it, but I wish they would like.
Dramojamon is such an interesting card.
Support. It is, isn't it? It's like, here, let me take this swing. And then if like I don't die,
and then go back to race it. Like it's such an interesting concept. I love it.
Can you imagine just being able to give that jamming every turn? Like Shoto gives blocker and something. Imagine we had a teamer that just gives jamming.
Yeah, that'd be spicy. That Dramojamon is like, yo, you know what that would be like, Mike?
Swing.
Like, you know that card would be like the not for like a 1-for-1 like comparison, but like a similar comparison. It's like Neospatian Grand Mole and Yu-Gi-Oh. That's what that would be.
yeah. That's
you just always swing and just do a check and never fails, and then come back, chill, come back out again later. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of funny.
You know what else is weird? We got that. We got the Solugamon, right? The BT16 Solugamon.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure in Event Pack Volume 7, we got the same Solugamon.
Yes, we did.
Like, I'm not even sure if there's an art difference.
No.
Like, I'm pretty sure
it's just a border difference.
I wish there was.
I don't even know if there's a border difference. I think it might be the same exact card. I'm not even joking.
It's probably the same exact card.
Like, I don't think that there's a difference at all. That's crazy. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Nope.
Maybe the background's different on the event pack?
Yeah, probably a little different. That's the only difference I would think.
I don't know if there is one.
Yep. Nope. I'm telling you right now, it is not, which is why I'm like, bro, like,
that's nuts.
Why?
I don't know why they keep reprinting Fenrir cards that don't need to reprint for Fenrir. Like, why reprint the BT14 Fenrir?
That
like, it made no sense.
I agree with. The Soul, I was happy with in the tournament pack because it means we get a rarity bump.
No, that's fine.
Cool. But then you put it in the LM set. Yeah. Like, come on. Miss me with that, Bandai.
You know what's even crazier is like the new Fenrir stuff doesn't even play the old Fenrir at all, right? So
yeah, please don't remind me.
He's gonna go on a tangent. We don't want him to do that.
Actually, we can go on that tangent because we're getting close to BT17. So
we talked about BT17 already.
But I can talk about that a little bit more in depth.
We're we're skipping some things. We're skipping our usual stuff.
How was locals, guys? Anything.
I know this is all Mike's fault.
That was all Mike's
fault. Did you guys go to locals? Because I didn't fucking go to locals.
Can we at least mention that no one went to locals?
No. Let me rephrase. I did go to locals. I played some Grand Archive and some Star Wars, and let me tell you,
crazy.
I had a blast. All right, I had a blast playing Grand Archive, and I did enjoy Star Wars. I don't disenjoy the game, but I enjoy Grand Archive so much that I might actually drop Star Wars for it. TBD, we'll see. I was supposed to play with my friends, but one of my friends, the last time I tried to teach him, he like bitched at me and said that it was a shit game, and the other one just never comes around so I can play. And then the other one is moving down to Tennessee, so now I'm about to have no friends that I can play Star Wars with. So
just so we're clear, Danny's he's talking about us. So, you know.
I know, but
it was a shit fucking game,
I was willing to learn the game.
Dan, you're be glad you didn't, because it's a fucking shit game with bad mechanics.
That's just Mike. Mike is very critical of card games. So
I am very critical of card games. I was just annoyed that like you couldn't do multiple things per. Like I was dumb.
He was annoyed that you had to take turns to do that. You had to take phases to do stuff, and you couldn't just be ignorant and just swing 5 times without a response.
That's not what my issue was.
What a Yu-Gi-Oh brain.
No, in Yu-Gi-Oh there's phases, and in Magic there's also phases.
In Yu-Gi-Oh, there's responses, and it's like I'm gonna summon response.
No, what are you talking about?
Now
like, are we talking about like a post-combat, pre-combat, combat? Like,
I'm just talking about the fact that like, so for those of you who are unacquainted, so Star Wars is different from other card games in the way that instead of taking turns, i.e., I have my turn, I draw, I summon, and then I do Yu-Gi-Oh combos, and then I go to attack phase and attack. Or in Digimon, you have your main phase, which lets you do whatever you want in the confines of that. Star Wars, you quite literally have phases. It's not turns. It's literally like, I'm going to take an action. So either I'm going to play a card, or I'm going to attack you, or I'm going to use an ability. And then my opponent gets a chance to attack, play a card, do an ability. And you keep going back and forth until one player takes the initiative and the second player passes. So it promotes a lot of interactivity and a lot of structuring of turns. For example, I could play this nice 5. What happened to me at this Star Wars event, I played this nice 5-cost card, and then my opponent responded and said, I'm going to play this card that bounces it back to your hand. And I was like, well, damn, I just spent 5 resources. What I could have done instead was either swing, or I could have just said pass. My opponent goes and do something, they spend their resources. Then I'm like, all right, cool, you spent. I know you can't spend to bounce my stuff. Now I'll play this card, and now you can't bounce it. So it's a little bit of a game of strategy, which is what I like about Star Wars in general. Mike just,
basically, the game
didn't
sucks.
Like it. Right. Mike's entitled to his own wrong ass opinion.
So basically, it's a bad game. It's fucking stupid as shit that if I play a card, I can't do things. It was annoying. It was dumb. I didn't like it. As we all know, I'm a great card game designer, so I know better than everyone else.
It's that, as Nightmare would say, it's that brain rot.
Yeah, that was a crazy comment.
It's that card game brain rot.
It was like, y'all got brain rot. I was like, that's wow. No, but I played a lot of. I very unfortunately, started playing Magic the Gathering.
I know he even sold off all of his Digimon to play Magic.
That's almost exactly what happened. Yeah.
Y'all thought I was joking.
No, it wasn't that bad. I mean, we still kind of, we've got.
I still have Imperial.
I have a lot
Dark
of
Masters Omnizu. Everything else,
I've got Hunters. I have Fenrir.
Can't forget good old Hunters.
I have Bloom. I have Shine. I have every fucking deck still. I just, I sold all the alt arts because why the fuck did I need that many? I think you poisoned my brain. You gave me brain rot. You were like, because when I first started playing this game, I wasn't like this, bro. I was not buying all these alt arts all the time. I was playing base rarity, bro. I even played Imperial base rarity until like the starter deck. I did not buy alt art Imperial Dramons for like BT3 onward. I was playing base rarity cards. I was a normal human being. And then you got me fucked up. Even in Yu-Gi-Oh, I played base rarity in Yu-Gi-Oh to spite people. I played if there was a rarity that I had that had a lower rarity, I bought the lowest rarity possible because I thought it would piss people off.
Wow. That was a interesting rant right there.
Well, I'm just saying, I feel like I never went out of my way to buy fucking shiny cardboard, and it was Varney's fault and Mark. It was definitely fucking Mark's fault.
Couldn't be me. I'm pretty wholesome. I'm just a guy who likes playing card games.
Show them your desk.
Wholesome, he said.
Show them your fucking desk. What's on your desk right now?
No,
Your chase cards. Your stupid ass. How many chase cards are on your desk right now? Point the camera down.
Well, I've got this nice Imperial Chase. And I've got this nice Beelzemon top 4.
Yep.
And I've got this nice Muddle Greymon top 4.
Yep.
And I've got this nice Magnax Chase.
Yeah. Hey, for the record, at least 2 of those we won. You know what I'm saying? At least we won. There was not like we had to spend money on them to buy.
I didn't spend
others
like the X chase. I mean, I kind of did, but then the rest of the case paid for itself, you know?
Anyways.
Also, I didn't pay for my Imperial chase. I actually traded Rapid X's, base rarity, for those.
Anyways.
Back when that card was...
Vardy and our friend Mark ruined me. I used to play base rarity and I was a wholesome man. I didn't have this fucking weird thing where I feel like I had to have a max rarity deck. I don't even know why I have that feeling still. So it's Vardy's fault.
Didn't have this problem until I played Vanguard with a bunch of other fellow weebs. And I got infected with weeb syndrome. And yeah.
Weeb syndrome.
Weeb syndrome.
No, I would say honest, though, at least for Digimon, those all arts are fire, so it makes sense why you want to get them.
They're tough. I'm blaming Mark though. I think I really I don't know. I had no issue because in Magic, I mean, not until recently. Now in Magic, everything has a fucking random alt art, secret lair, foil texture, bullshit fucking version. But Magic back in the day just had like judge promos and like very random cards had actual alt arts. You either like got a card and then you had a chance of getting it foil. So like I never really had like anything crazy. I have judge promo lands and stuff, but like that's it. And so I never really had this urge to like get foil cards. And then I started playing Digimon and I ruined my fucking life.
Hey, for what it's also worth,
back when you played Magic, you was also a poor person.
Yeah, I was. It's fair. Then they gave me adult money and I didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
I don't have to spend too much money in Grand Archive because the only rarity bumps there are foils. There are some alternate arts, of course. There are these things called like CSRs, like collector super rares, but those are like specific, on your champions. Yeah. So you have like a 60 card deck. So the only thing I can do with that 60 card deck is foil it out.
Dan, do you believe for a fucking second that Varney's not going to foil out his 60 card deck?
Because I absolutely will not. No, let me tell you. I absolutely will
his
not.
Favorite deck, whatever that favorite deck.
Yeah, if I find a favorite deck, I will. But let me tell you why I will not foil out a regular Grand Archive deck. Because like Magic, you have editions. You have first edition and Ultra edition, right? So some of these cards have different arts for their first edition and Ultra edition. So this first edition Grand Crusaders ring,
Magic doesn't really have like first edition. You're like,
do they not really?
Yu-Gi-Oh does.
No, okay. Yu-Gi-Oh's first ed. Yeah.
All right, then Yu-Gi-Oh. There's not even
Magic didn't have like early on be like their cards used to say like first ed.
No, that's what Magic has.
Pokemon
like,
did too.
Alpha, beta.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Beta.
I was like, I figured they might.
They have sets that were like first edition, second edition,
third
edition, but it wasn't like first edition.
It wasn't like written on the card like first ed or anything like that. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So a foil, there's not even one available. I don't even know maybe I'm wrong, but a foil Grand Crusaders ring from their Ultra edition is $200. Granted, I only need one, but this reminds me of Mark. And I'm like, how much do I want? Yeah, I'm like, how much do I want to be Mark? I'm going to pay $200 for this one-of card that is foiled when I could play the base non-foil.
When you say foiled, as in all it is that same exact card, except it's just legit, foiled. Just shinier. That's it.
Yep.
I just wanted to clarify. That's all. Okay. That's crazy.
Yep. That is exactly what I mean.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
So it's like a Yu-Gi-Oh. It's Yu-Gi-Oh rarity bumps.
Yeah. Secret. Yu-Gi-Oh has got. I don't even actually.
Yu-Gi-Oh got crazy because they got CSRs and stuff like that, and their Century Rare, whatever it's called now.
They have. Dan, honestly, bro, they have so much.
I know.
I don't understand anymore. Because I was trying to buy like a deck. Yeah, I bought some cards to play in person the other day, and I was like, "What the fuck is a quarter century rare?"
Yeah, the quarter century rare. Yeah,
they've got so many random secret rare versions now.
Money now,
bro.
Like those are the money ones.
That's like Starlight. They have the Starlight rares.
Yeah, those two, the quarter century and I think the Starlight are like what ours used to be for like Ghost Rare. Like that's how much money they were. Like when we used to play heavy.
I have no fucking...
Because those are like...
Because some of the quarter century rares, like, they're cheap as shit, so it's confusing. Like, so like they came out with this set. It's like the 25th anniversary.
Yeah, that one was when like things became all like quarter century rare. But like they had ones early on that were just like, you know, your once in a pull, once in a every other like case pull, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Hey boys, so I found it. The first edition Grand Crusaders ring I was talking about. So the regular, the non-foil, $70. And the reason I couldn't find it is because it doesn't exist on TCG, because nobody sold it on TCG, because it sells for the last one sold on the GA Discord for about somewhere in the $2,000 range. First edition foil.
Jesus Christ, yeah, that's crazy.
So am I going to foil out a deck that I like? Sure, within reason. Am I spending $2,000 on one card? You got me all sorts of fucked up.
Right.
I struggled to pay $400. This is why I gave up on the Magna X's, because I was like, y'all are asking way too much and the card is not worth that much to me. $2,000 for one card? Yeah, got me fucked up now, boy. Real fucked up.
I'll be honest, it just depends on I probably wouldn't pay that for any game that isn't Magic the Gathering.
You're insane that you would even pay it for Magic.
I have never lost money on Magic the Gathering cards, and I'm not saying that you should invest in a card game because that's a stupid thing to say, but I have only ever made money by selling Magic cards. And I hate the reserve list, but honestly, it is so nice buying a card and knowing that it will never, like, it's never gonna get reprinted. Like, that's a nice feeling. I mean, I hate it. I think it should go away. Like, they should reprint the fuck out of those cards. But, like, they're not. So you just buy those cards and then they never, you know, it's not a bad thing. Except for Magic has gotten weird because it's so expensive now that most people don't even buy real cards anymore. They proxy them.
Right.
Like most people do not even actually buy Magic cards anymore.
There's like a site for like Magic proxies and stuff.
There's like that, right? 4,000, bro. And like most people, like you go to a card shop and you sit down and play and they're like, yeah, I have like 30 cards proxied, and you're like, yeah, I don't care. Because like realistically, those 30 cards are probably like $5,000. So like I understand. Like I get it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucked. Like I don't, you know, like if you're playing, like a lot of people like CDH, is fucking insane. I think the only time people don't proxy cards for CDH is probably when you go to an actual like tournament that like they will check your cards. But other than that, I think most people I play with, they all use proxies. I don't because I'm stupid. I probably should. I don't know why I can't like just buy proxies, but I refuse.
He's like, I'm a fraud.
I'm just a fucking idiot. I can't do it. But
so I know back in the day, I don't know if it's still the same because I don't follow Magic at all. But I know back in the day, like, you know, when we used to play like Yu-Gi-Oh! Heavy and stuff, there were Magic players, like Magic Pro players that like they made a living off of Magic. Is that still a thing? Just curiosity. Like tournaments and stuff like that.
I think so, but I know like they don't really pay Magic players.
I feel like
anymore.
Magic is different nowadays than it was back then.
Yeah, so like it is a lot different now. So like I think they actually used to pay pros like a certain amount of money.
pro Magic players were able to like make a living. I know.
Yeah, like they were
obviously like winning tournaments and selling stuff. Yeah, like
salaried employees basically. Yeah, they don't do that too much. They don't do that anymore, but they still like. There's still people that make a living off of it. Like there's this guy, like there's a couple people that like when you're like, I think now to be like a professional card player, I think most professional card players probably play like 4 or 5 games at once now. Like I know like this one dude I know if he plays Lorcana, One Piece.
Lorcana's the game to play right now. Yeah.
And he plays some other game. I forget, but like he's making like 6 figures off of playing like card games competitive, like professionally. And
I mean, like, know
it's insane really when you think about it, how like actually like insane that is. It's also just weird like because like for like to get into events like that and shit, like I think what they'll do is they'll just fly out to that event even if they're not on like the list, and then just hopefully someone drops and they can get in.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's like crazy. Like I can never do that, but also like I have a job and I don't play card games competitively. So I guess if I only played card games competitively, then I guess I could do that shit.
You want to know what one of my biggest regrets is? not treating Lorcana like it was going to be like this big thing. So I remember when Elsa's dropped all the way down to, I could have probably gotten one for like 250, 300. And I was like, my daughter likes Elsa. I like Frozen. Maybe I should buy this Elsa card. And I was like, nah, I don't. That was before I was spending that was before I came to the conclusion that I would spend like $300-$400 on one singular card. So I didn't, because I was like, nah, fuck that. I don't do that. They're $800 right now.
Damn.
They sell for anywhere around that $800 price point, sometimes $9. So do I regret my decision to not buy an Elsa? Yes.
Yeah, but
yes,
I think,
I do.
What is it, like the enchanted version or some shit? I don't know anything about Lorcana. Version. I think that's kind of like, remember though, I'm sure that card will eventually not be good anymore and it's going to become cheaper. Because it's not even like good per se. Like I think it is, but it's really just because it's like the first set. Yeah, but think of the Ghost Ray BT1 Omni. Remember that card was like $1,000. Like,
yeah, but we're talking about
first
Digimon
came out, it was like $200, right?
Disney.
Yeah, I'm comparing prices. So like, I think when it first came out, it was like what, 250, 300. You probably grabbed.
Was it really that low? I feel like it was.
I can't remember.
I thought it was like. I think it was in like the $1,200 range that people were asking.
No. I'm saying like when it first came out. I don't think it was that. I don't think it was that high when it first came out. I know it hit those points though. Now it's like $500. You probably get one for it. So, we'll probably. I don't know.
I mean, it still held some value, which is nice compared to the Alphamon. You can get those Alphamons for 150, 200, but those fuckers were like 800 on drop.
Yeah, those are expensive cards. $200 you probably get an Alphamon for on TCG play, not even like second. Like
that's why, so
for $150.
Exactly. So I just it's a nice card, but I that was before I was really like collecting cards, because that was like December last year, and sure, I had some Digimon cards that I was like collecting, but like we hadn't even like gone to Nats yet, so I hadn't like thought. I thought I would have gotten, if I won any cards, like I would have taken them and sold them, and there's all this sort of stuff. So it was before I was like in my collecting mindset, and now I'm like, damn, wish I was a little bit more in that collecting mindset, which is why like obviously I've got these 4 cards here on my desk because I'm not selling them, and they just are nice little art pieces. You know, some people pay for art to go on their wall, and I pay for art to sit on my desk, and I can look at them and be satisfied.
Like I said, 2 of them we won, so at least there's some like 2 of them there's some value to it, right? Like you know what I'm saying.
I would love, like at Nationals they have those giant art prints of everything.
Oh my goodness!
I would love to be able to buy those from the Digimon store.
Yo, Max Tapera has like a blown up version of Grandis.
Yeah,
as a card. Not even like just the art. It was just a card. But I'm like, how the fuck did you get the quality so good that it didn't like
Grandis, and then he also had gotten, I think it was Nidhogg that was like that as well.
Yeah, I was like, oh my goodness, those are amazing. I don't have wall space to put those up, but if I did, I would definitely explore some way to get.
I don't know where he got that like that, but I was like clean as hell looking to it. From
hit him up
from far, at least. I don't know about like in person or not.
Yeah, and there used to be I used to have some giant art of some Magic the Gathering cards, and I wish there was a better way to do that for I used to you could buy it from the artists. Like the artist would sell it on their pages, and you could just buy their art. And I wish that there was a way to do that for Digimon. I don't think there really is. If someone knows,
I doubt it, because
put me on.
Bandai don't like selling their arts without any way of they're making money on themselves.
Yeah, Bandai's very stingy, and that's gonna lead us into kind of like our main topic. But before I do that, let me just derail real quick. I want to talk about our poll results. How disappeared. Oh, it was irrelevant. It was just do better. #do better Bandai or fuck Bandai, and everybody said I didn't say explicitly fuck Bandai. I put something else, but majority of people said do better Bandai. But with that in mind, our topic of the day, we are going to be talking about burnout. That's right, burnout's a thing. Burnout's definitely a thing. It's not just, you don't just get burnt out in your job, burnt out in life. You can get burnt out on card games. You can get burnt out on your favorite card game. So we're gonna be talking about that. Dan pointed something out that made me laugh today.
He was the yearly burnout you have? Yeah.
He was like, yeah, Varney, you're coming up to your yearly burnout. And I was like, the fuck? I was like, yearly burnout? I'm not burnt out. But then like it took me a second to like sit back and realize like, it's not that for me personally, I'm not burnt out so much as I'm not the most excited. Maybe
not burnout for you, but like since you got into the game, I'm pretty sure like every year you've taken some type of like break.
Like a height, yeah.
You definitely have. Whether you're still collecting cards or not and like building decks on your own, I'm pretty sure you still were, but like you stopped coming to locals or whatever because you were like, yo, I don't really feel like playing. And you used to give us all these other excuses. I'm just like, bro, just telling you that you don't feel like playing right now because of whatever is happening or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But like, I remember the first year, after the first year that happened, and last year it happened too, and then we're coming up on that now. So yeah, your yearly burn.
So and that's really what it is I'm not like burnt out in the way that I'm like, oh my goodness, like I can't play Digimon anymore, yada yada yada. But I'm also not like the most excited right now. My hype, my peak period for this year currently was BT 16, which was like weird for me because I didn't expect to be hyped during BT 16, and then like I originally was because I had like all of my Magna arts, and I sold them back in December for reasons. All of my Magna arts, and then I had to get back all of my Magna arts. So I guess like the hype of getting back my Magna arts like made me hyped to play for BT 16. But realistically, like that was my hype period. I'm BT 17, like I said last pod, I'm mid for BT 17. There's, especially with what they did to Fenry. I'm not excited. Of course I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna play it, but I'm not like excited to play Fenry. BT 18, I could give two shits less about anything in that set except Lord Knight and Dynasmon. Maybe a couple other things here and there. Of course, the Liberator stuff, but like all the main stuff, right? The hybrid stuff, I could give two shits less. BT 19, potentially Cross Hearts, or not potentially, Manga Cross Hearts. It's pish posh to me. BT 20 is supposed to be.
Did they even announce what it was?
Yeah, it's something. It's supposed to, isn't it? Or
I don't know. They announced what the. No, I don't think they announced what it was.
Okay,
the set's supposed to be yet.
So is it BT 19 that we're supposed to get like the Gallantmon Ace and other stuff? Okay, then. So that is like, I'm like, okay, cool, but like I could just buy singles for that. So in terms of like the future of like me playing like Digimon, like of course I'm gonna buy cards, but like I don't care to buy cases. You know what the next thing I'm excited for is EX7, which is a travesty because I'm not saying nothing in EX7 is good, but the decks, like the main set decks, are just so powerful. Like Ancient Gurumon and Numamon are just so powerful that these EX set decks are just kind of, they're okay. So that's like my biggest thing that I'm excited for. And I know I have 2 cases pre-ordered. Hopefully I get my 2 cases. And that's it. Like that's the next time that I'm excited. But that is all the way in August. No, sorry, not August. That's September. Sometime September, because we don't have an actual release date. So let's say we're about 2 months away from that. Right now, I'm just like, for the last month, I've just been like, I didn't register for last weekend's Ultimate Cup because I was like, I'd rather just go and play Grand Archive or Star Wars or literally anything else. If it was a regional, I probably would have, just so I could try to get my invite. But then even then, like a registration came out for the Carta Magica regional, which I wasn't able to get into. And I'm like, damn, couldn't get into that. There's no regional on the docket because there's Gen Con next month. And then there's Dallas. And I'm not going to Dallas because EX7 drops the day before. And like I said, I ordered 2 cases. That's plane ticket money and hotel money. And I'm not giving up my cases to go to fucking Dallas to hate myself for playing in the BT17 meta because EX7 is not legal for it. So I'm like, I'm not necessarily burnt out, but I'm definitely, I guess the word is jaded on current competitive play. It's not even because of Numamon. Like, it's not even to say like, oh, like you feel that way because it's Numamon or because you have to play against Wall Magnamon. No. It's none of that. I'm just genuinely mid on the game right now. There's nothing exciting for me except me playing Magna up until EX7. When EX7 comes around, we get all these new toys and I'm going to get my ass kicked around every time I play in a regional tournament because best bet, I'm playing something, whether it's Zafaga or Sendro or what's it called? BL Star. Like, I'm gonna be playing those decks.
How was attended with the Three Musketeers.
sorry, yes.
No,
Three Musketeers.
It's back to just Beelstar, baby. You see those JP lists? They said we are not playing Three Musketeers. It is Beelstar only. That made me so fucking happy. Fuck, man.
Is that really what they're doing? Are they really just playing the Beelstar stuff?
Absolutely, bro.
I'll have to look up those
and
deck
Beelstar
lists.
X, so it's like kind of why do the others. But you can go Beelstar X over the other two as well, please.
Yeah, you can go Beelstar X over Avenged Kid.
I think Digimon is still pretty good. I don't think it's.
I think
the other two are bad. So like, I don't like. Again, that could be just JP just being JP because they're like waifu stuff. Who knows?
I mean, I also just don't think that. I don't think the set has been out long enough, and I don't think enough people have messed around with it. Also, from what I understand, the decks just aren't that good.
Yeah,
I mean that's like the big
period of it.
It's like the big consensus. It's not even it's not that the decks aren't good. It's that the main set decks are too good. You know?
Yeah, like why play those decks when you still have these that haven't been touched on a ban list yet?
You've got Numemon that is just going to straight out aggro. You've got Magnamon that is Magnamon. You've got Mother Control, which is a variety of decks. You've got Ancient Garurumon, which is
Ancient Guru.
Ancient Garuru.
Imperial.
So like, yeah,
Fenrir.
and even still Imperial.
You have
Fenrir at some point.
Purple Hybrid.
Tyrant came back.
Blue Hybrid.
Purple Hybrid, Blue Hybrid,
Black Hybrid.
But like all those decks, like I think the Liberator decks could compete with those decks. It's really more of just like the top like 3 or 4 decks that are like so oppressive in strategy. Because Ancient Guru is always bouncing stuff to your hand. Numemon is deleting stuff and being aggro. And Imperial, I'm not even gonna like complain about Imperial. But the big thing is that like for a lot of those decks, once they put BT 16 Dragon Mode on board,
hard to deal with.
Tread carefully, because you can't pop your training boost. You can't play a Digimon off of your scramble. Well, in JP format. So it's like it's tough to play the game.
Yeah.
And that's just those 4 decks. So why play anything else? You know, like why play your Sendril or your Zafaga or anything else that's just going to get bitched around by the big 4? So
yeah, I mean, I think that so far BT18's been kind of diverse for them, though. No,
I think it's been diverse.
The hybrids, yeah.
Since like I don't think it hasn't been diverse.
So the game hasn't been. I don't think the game has been pretty diverse. You really think about like breakdowns, like especially like JP is like, all right, wow, there's a lot of decks that's winning, but it's just there's 4 main decks now that are just been the top dog. That's not going to change until whenever a ban list happens.
Pretty much.
So that happens, it's not going to change anything unless BT18. Yeah, BT18 happened. So, well, like even then, who knows? Like, and then like the Shoto, the random Shoto stuff that just pops up, like the Mother Reaper, the Mother Control decks, or whatever, and like seven deadly sins. I always say that instead of 7 Great Demon Lords that can use the Shoto as well. I don't know. It's just weird, I guess, at the same time. Like,
yeah, I know
it's diverse, but not diverse because you got those 4 main decks that are just dominating over there still.
Yeah, I know that in East's last video, it was like what Numemon was number 1 still. Then it was Ancient Guru, Magna, and then
Imperial.
Imperial was in the champion section. So
oh, okay.
It was like 4 to 6.
Those 3 decks were definitely like top still.
And then it was Great Demon Lord. Yeah, it just but Mega was like the Numemon still, but that changes like every week in Japan, so I don't fucking. We'll see what East next.
But it's not like those 3 decks don't change. They just flip flop on who's going to be the top one. That's all it really is usually.
Yeah, I mean Ancient Guru is crazy, and it's weird because people are still playing Mirage over there, and I feel like Ancient Guru is just better Mirage.
Yeah, but Ancient Guru doesn't OTK like Mirage does.
Yeah,
it's also
true.
Different. Yeah. I'm waiting for it to come over here and for people to realize that you can play Ancient Guru and Mirage together, and then they're just going to put both, and then inevitably both are going to end up on board, and you're just going to be like, all right,
just a little hard to do, but I don't know.
I don't think so, because if you're playing blue base, all you need is that Beowulf. And then you got access to both Angel Guru and you got access to the Mirage.
I'm just
Mirage
excited
is always
to
going to gain you memory. I don't know what those decks play though, so don't quote me, but I don't think it's that outlandish. I know somebody's gonna fucking do it, and I'm gonna be like, I said it would happen. That's what's gonna happen.
I just want to play Hexablow hybrid, baby.
Right, that's my thing. There's so many cool decks in EX7. But every deck, like, I look forward to every deck in that set for once. That I just don't care about anything else until EX7.
Yeah, I mean I think that's fine. I mean, but
it's also a travesty that they're just not as good because these other decks are just so oppressive.
Yeah, I mean, I took a break from the game for like 5 months or something. I didn't want to play anything from BT14 till BT16, basically. I mean, I started playing again like in BT15, but like very like limited, But like there was just nothing that I was interested in playing. And that just happens in card games sometimes. I don't think you don't have to stop liking a card game, but I'm not going to spend money on cards I don't want to play.
Right.
But I thought, Digimon was great that entire time, It's not like Digimon became a bad card game just because I wasn't interested in playing it. I think that a lot of people actually have that issue where they're like, oh, the deck I like isn't popular, which means this game sucks. Or the deck I like isn't good right now, which means this card game is bad.
Yeah,
I think that's just exactly wrong, obviously. Like, I at that time when BT14 happened, I was playing a lot of Hunters and still a lot of Imperial
and Bloom.
And Bloom, I think. Yeah. And I was like, there's nothing that I want to buy. Like there's just, and I was just like, I'll wait. I'll just wait and feel it out. And I did. And I came back into the game and I spent way too much fucking money again. But and now I'm excited for BT17, obviously. But I do feel like I'm in like also this weird waiting period because I was really, really excited for the store regionals. I was like, I get to go to regionals with my friends. I get to see my friends, hang out for a few days, play competitively, which is something I don't often get to do because I travel so much for work that it's really hard for me to take like vacations and go to different cities and do that. Like I travel like twice, like 2 weeks out of the month I'm already traveling. So it's really hard for me to be like, okay, let me take 4 or 5 more days and go to a different state again and play in person, right? Like it's just something I don't have the time to do, so I don't get to play competitively a lot. And I also have the worst luck signing up for regionals online that I don't get to play in them either. So I was really excited. I was like, hopefully like this is a good thing. We'll be able to travel to some stores with some friends. I'll be able to play competitively in a locals environment, but in a competitive way. And that didn't get to happen, and that made me really sad. And now I'm kind of just like, damn, I don't know what the fucking to do because I have all these sick cards and I have nowhere to play them. And it's just shit. I'm like, damn, this is kind of annoying. Like, I'm not gonna, like Varney said, like, I'm not gonna spend money and travel to Dallas. Like, it's just not worth it for me. And like, I have a life here, and again, I just travel so much for work already. And I value my time at home with like my girlfriend, So it sucks that I didn't get to do like these store regionals. And yeah, and it's annoying too, knowing that if I take a chance, right, in 2 weeks and I just drive an hour, I might be able to play. But like, also if I take this chance and I don't get to play, I just wasted 2 hours of my life driving.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck me. Like, I guess
and
I just
it's also
play.
like one of those things like, we're not going to go down there on a whim to see if we can make, because like, that's a whole, 6 hour, 4 or 5 hour drive, whatever it is, to Virginia for us. I was like, ugh.
Yep.
If we were guaranteed in, we'd be down there, be in there like swimwear. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, sir.
It would have been good. It would have been a good time. It would have been fun, but no chance. It's like, yeah.
Let me also like emphasize like what I would travel, right? Like I would totally travel to an IRL, but I just don't find value. Like as much as we want more IRLs, what I personally want is a fucking IRL in driving distance. I don't want to fly. Flying is fucking expensive, and I don't care what any of you say. You got 2 kids, a wife, and you're living in a fucking house in this economy. flying is fucking expensive, and so is the hotel accommodations because Airbnb is out of hand.
Yeah,
I can't just the money. My money is in my cards. I can't just say like, oh, I want to go to this regional, so I'm just, instead of buying cards, I'm going to spend the $500 on my plane ticket. No, I don't see the value in that. I could have $500 worth of cards compared to flying out to this fucking regional and then have to account for the food that I'm paying for while I'm there and being gone, like Mike said, from my wife and my 2 kids. How are they going to feel? I'm away for a whole ass weekend. And then there's the stress of traveling. Like I don't want to do that. I want to drive. If I can drive down to Virginia, I would drive. Mike, how far are you? Like 4 hours, 5 hours?
From your house, I'm 3 hours.
So like I would drive 3.5. I would drive up to 5 hours to a regional. No issue. Because the East Coast is fucking expensive. I could spend 5 hours driving up to Massachusetts, and I could spend 5 hours driving down to South Carolina. That's the range, okay? I could spend 5 hours driving to Pittsburgh. That's more like
7, 8.
Is it really? Okay, so North Carolina?
North Carolina is like 9. It depends where. Like Charlotte's probably like 8-9 hours. Yeah.
Let's just say like the bottom. Let's just say like the bottom of Virginia, Massachusetts to the bottom of Virginia, across to Pittsburgh, and then on the opposite side, anywhere like New York, Delaware,
even crazier,
New Jersey, Maryland.
You're an hour from Philadelphia, bro. Yeah, right? Like that is a major city.
Philly not getting like
an hour from Philly, about an hour and a half from New York City, give or take traffic. There's New Jersey. Like I said, there's Pittsburgh. Like there's so many big places that we don't get regionals in, we don't get events in. And I'm like, I don't want to fly. It's too expensive for me. I can drive. I have a car. All I have to do is pay for gas. And at worst, I can just say, all right, cool. I'm just going to book it and spend 5 hours driving down. And then maybe I'll sleep in the car on the night and drive back up. Or maybe we might get a hotel and come back up. Or maybe I'll just say, fuck it. And I drive 5 hours back up. I don't know. It's better than the accommodations of having to fly. And I'm just like, I don't want to. That's why Dallas, like, sure, there's a regional and there's a 3v3. But I just don't care enough. The cool thing is that it's Card Game Fest. But I can tell you for certain, having gone in January, I don't give 2 shits enough to fly out to go to Card Game Fest. Dan, do you care enough to fly out to Dallas for Card Game Fest?
For Digimon, yeah. I mean, if y'all went, I would have went. But like, no, you know?
No, but that's what I mean. Like, you as a singular person, like, do you care enough to go out to play Digimon in Dallas and knowing like everything that Card Game Fest gives you with that experience?
No.
So I'm going to equivalate this. Grand Archive has something called an Ascent. And I know a lot of people are listening. They're going to be like, oh my goodness, here goes this motherfucker talking about some other card game. Yes, I have to talk about other card games here. They have something called an Ascent. They're not regionals. They're also not like nationals. It's like this
ultimate
midline. Yeah. Except they do give invites to nationals or worlds or something.
Which Ultimate Cup should, but that's a topic for a different fucking story, bro.
For a different day. Or maybe they don't. Yeah, I think they do. I could be wrong. If you play Grand Archive and I'm wrong, just let me know. But to my understanding, even all right, let's put it this way. Even if it didn't, let me tell you what the prize pool for it. So Chicago, Ascent Chicago, August 3rd to 4th. So it's a weekend. There's a $10,000 minimum prize pool. That's a cash prize pool. So on day 1, you have your 8-round Swiss, and then day 2, you have your top cut. First place is going to get $3,000. They're going to get 6 boxes of the first edition set of the first set of Grand Archive, and then 6 boxes of another first edition set, as well as a card that is worth money. Second place gets 15, third and fourth gets 750, yada, 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 all the way down. So there's cash pricing, there's card pricing, and then there's sealed pricing for this event. But this event isn't just like, oh, cool, I'm going there to play a card game. There's like other things that you can do. There's like an art gallery like Card Game Fest has. But then there's also side events that aren't just like, Dan is going to know about this very well. It's not just, oh, it's in the middle of your 5th round. We're going to put up the signups for 2 3v3s and 2 1v1s. No. Side events run all throughout the day on both days. So if you make your way down, you can play whether you're in the main event or you just want to run side events. There's stuff that you can go take a look at and buy. Like it's a whole setup. It's effectively like a mini convention for Grand Archive. which is what Card Game Fest is. It's just managed very poorly. So am I flying out to Dallas for Bandai's poor rendition of a convention? Fuck no. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not wasting there were Bandai reps at the last one.
Yeah.
I have no hopes that they're going to do better at the fucking second one. Would I fly out to Chicago for Grand Archive? Actually, yes, I probably would, because it's worth it in more ways than one. It's an entire experience. I could say, hey, Jasmine, you want to come with me? Cool, let's go. I don't have to leave you just sitting here on the side. There's things for you to go look at, and maybe you'll get interested in doing something. Like, it's just, I like the idea of Card Game Fest. I wish it was executed better. I wish there was more care that went into it, that wasn't just all about One Piece. Digimon had its nice small area. We had our nice Agumon and Gabumon that they then closed off to pictures.
Yeah, because dumbasses were doing, I guess, extra stuff.
We had our art gallery.
Yeah. I had like little spots for like videos, like scenes and stuff.
That was all in the card gallery.
It was all in the card gallery.
Yeah. It was one little. If my iPad is the floor plan, this is Digimon, like right
Basically,
here.
Yeah, that's how
One Piece. Sure. One Piece was like
had a nice chunk. Yeah.
Even I don't even know where. I didn't see any like the Battle Spirit stuff.
Even got one. They had like their own little corner somewhere over there.
It was just like, it's just like, I get it, it's cool, but like I just wish there was something more. And it just boils back to like, I don't want to complain about Bandai, but I just don't give two fucks enough to fly out. If it was close, if there was like Card Game Fest Philadelphia, shit, yes. Card Game Fest Florida, even, I would be like, hey, you guys want to take like a 12-hour drive? I'll pick Mike up on the way down.
Hey, Nat's supposed to be in Florida, right? I think it is.
Right, exactly. So that is something that I'll consider. But of course, it's Nats, right? So if I don't qualify, I don't qualify.
That could be 20 hours.
It's Orlando, isn't it?
I think it's Orlando. They said
that's probably like 19 hours driving from where you are.
Hey, plane tickets probably still be cheaper than Cali.
Yeah, they will be. I mean, our Cali tickets weren't too bad, but
no,
they'll definitely
16 hours from downtown. I've done that drive before, so I'm trying to think. Like maybe 16 hours.
But right, like we could even think about driving. Like it's that. Like the United States is so damn big.
I mean, my dad lives in Florida. It's like he lives an hour and a half from Orlando. We crash at his house. Actually, he has an extra house. Like we just stay there.
Yeah, we just stay at the extra house.
Stay at his extra house, bro.
But see, that's what I mean. Like
we could all go take a family. My girlfriend could go to the beach. Like, you know.
Right. You could say like, all right, cool. Like, let me I want to make like a weekend out of
Disney
it.
while we're in
do
Orlando.
Stuff.
Yeah.
I could be like, all right, Jasmine and the kids, come down. Y'all can you can spend time here and do this. But like, I don't have to worry about plane tickets for y'all because I got to worry about plane tickets for y'all. And then I also got to worry about getting y'all through TSA and packing your clothes and making sure our luggage doesn't get lost. And I could just drive. And I can have the companionship of my wife and my friends.
Yeah. I guess what we're saying is we're boomers. We're old. We have lives. I can't just be fucking, I got shit I gotta do. Like, I want to play in these events, but they also have to be convenient. You know, like
that's a fact.
And the issue is that whatever it may be, Bandai does not want to give us more events throughout the country. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. And we got lucky that they're giving us more store regionals. How many that is, we don't know yet.
We gave you 8 last time, so here's 10.
If they actually go through and give us 20, 30, okay.
We're talking.
That's not the entire United States yet, but we're getting there. Ideally,
that's an improvement.
Personally, I would like to see fucking one store regional, at least one in each state.
Yeah,
and that's not even
one
fair.
in each
that's
state.
Not fair because
give
some
me
states
one in
huge.
each major city. Right, exactly. Yeah. So one in each major city. Pennsylvania, for example, one in Philly, one in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
like it's because Pennsylvania is ridiculous.
Nice,
like I said, it's like 5 to 6 hours to get from here in Allentown to Pittsburgh. So there should be one in Philly and one in Pittsburgh. for Florida, there should be like 4 because you should have one in Miami, one in Orlando, because those are how far apart? I'd like to say
Orlando and Miami. So Orlando's in the middle of Florida, basically. Miami's on the other side. Probably like 2.5, 3 hours. All right, let's take the NFL
top, middle,
approach.
Bottom of
let's
Florida.
Take the NFL approach.
Jacksonville,
32 NFL teams, baby. I want 32 store regionals. Okay,
that's exactly it.
Right,
yes,
I want a fucking Jacksonville gets a store regional, Tampa and Miami, baby.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh
that works.
And fucking Philly, baby. Fuck
Texas,
you, New Jersey.
well,
you don't have an
we don't
NFL team. Go fuck
Dallas,
yourself.
but Houston. I don't know Texas geography. Texas is also big as fuck. They probably take
Texas
like
is huge,
10 hours to get from one end to the other.
Texas is gigantic. California also
California,
huge.
16 probably to get from one to the other.
California's huge. I've been to California 4 times for my job. Every single time I've gone, I've been 3 hours away from the other locations.
That's pretty crazy.
That's insane, right? Like I've never been to California, but like, I can drive back to the spot I saw. No. It has not happened. So yeah, California's fucking huge. Texas is I imagine it probably takes 9 or 10 hours.
Landmass, I feel like California and Texas, like California's probably like slightly bigger, but they're probably about the same in terms of landmass size.
Bro,
maybe I don't know.
Texas is so big, so I forget that it has a beach. There are beaches in Texas. I forget
really.
That. Yeah, I mean, it's on the border of like.
Oh right! Wow.
So like I know, I think it's like it was a Houston from Austin because those like one of the two main cities in Texas. That's like a 5-6 hour drive from each other, something like that.
Yeah, like so Houston and Dallas, I believe, or maybe it is Austin. Like you're saying, like
Houston, Austin, but
they said like
Houston,
but that
Houston,
line,
Austin, and Dallas are like the 3 main cities. And then San Antonio's kind of somewhat important, just because of Spurs, but like who cares?
Okay, so Houston and San Antonio, that's a good 3 hours from each other, and they basically sit like this. It's literally just a straight 3 hour drive from Houston to San Antonio, let alone Houston to Dallas is probably looking like 5 hours ish. Like golly, it's crazy out here. So, it's actually not that bad. It's only 3.5. It's a $65 plane ride for an hour, which actually isn't too bad. But that's my thing. It's like I'm gonna play at local. I'm gonna play Digimon at locals, bringing it all back in. I want to play Digimon at locals for sure. I'll show up at locals because I'm at this point. I'm just waiting to get my cards in for EX6 because I wasn't able to get any product. So I ordered my singles and I'm just waiting on my singles to come in because I want to play Ragna and I want to play Mastamon and everything else from EX6. But without those cards, I don't give a shit. Like the only deck I care to play right now is Magna X. And it's not even because like Magna X is like, overpowered. It's just because it's like, it's a good deck. It's fun. It's Magnamon. I realized my trend, guys. My trend is Royal Knight decks. I didn't even like connect it, and I was like, oh shit. Yeah. Like Magnamon's a Royal Knight. Because originally it was Jesmon, and then there was Examon. I messed around with Kentoris for a while, including in a regional setting. Now it's Magna. So who's the next Royal Knight getting support? I guess Lord Knight. So
Lord Knight, Dynus,
next one up is Lord Knight. Maybe not Dynus, because I don't think like Dynus is okay, but the synergy doesn't look as good as Lord Knight with the Dark Knight stuff. So
but Dynus is a good card though. I don't know what you gonna throw into it with it, but like that card is kind of crazy.
It's good, but like Lord Knight has like a
you got stuff that you can work with it.
So it looks like I can at least do something with Lord Knight. So like maybe that's the next deck I pick up. But like I said, not only do I love Digimon, but I love archetypes. And specifically, I love the Royal Knights archetype. So I'm very excited to play anything that just dons Royal Knight. Like if All Force gets new support, not named Marina, I'll play it. I'll try it. Who else do we have that needs to get like another good line of support? Leopardmon, I guess he already kind of has his in a way. I wish he would get like another
you played a little leopard.
Yeah, but like that just doesn't excite me. Like it feels so mid. But like I guess I also played that air quote with bunnies because I put Leopard X in it.
Like you played a little bit.
There's that. I guess I'll probably play the Omnimon deck when it comes out, but Omnimon is probably my least favorite of all the Royal Knights.
The best one of them all too. That's crazy.
Alphamon. Oh yeah, there's how could I forget good old Alphamon? Yeah, we played Alphamon and we played the shit out of that. Gallantmon, I played. Craniumon, I tried. Couldn't make it good enough.
Yeah.
Who else am I missing? Gankumon. Well, that's just Jessmon.
Yeah. Currently, Ganku is just Jessmon plus friends.
I don't think he's ever going to be decoupled from Jessmon either. I think
Gankumon I don't think so either.
It's going to forever
that
be
one Ganku card that was by itself, and then everything else after that was Jessmon related. Which makes sense.
Going to be if I want to play Jessmon, I just play.
He is.
If I want to play Ganku, I just play Jess. Yeah.
Ganku is Jessmon's mentor, so it makes sense why he's always connected.
But like, I just wish like he had his own deck, or at least he had his own way to facilitate Sistermons.
Sure.
That wasn't just like, oh, maybe I should just play Jessmon cards in this.
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice if either of those decks were actually good too.
Jessmon is kind of,
bro. It got
decent.
Some weird freak ass top, and I don't
say it got top last format.
I said it's decent. I think it needs a.
That deck list was literally the starter deck. Like that person put the starter deck together and won and like top 16, and I was like, how the fuck did he do that?
Yeah,
that man must have had the most insane luck. He wasn't even playing like the he was playing the Huckmon that was limited at 1 still. I'm pretty sure. Like he was literally playing like the starter deck ratios. I was like, what the fuck? Savior Huck one.
Oh, Savior. That's why I was like, wait, Huck, what?
No, yeah. He was playing like
Savior Huck was at 1, which was crazy.
I was like, this man's playing like the starter deck ratios. Like, what the fuck is going on?
He didn't play Jessmon. He just played Jess X too.
Well, most people don't. They just play Jess X and then GX.
No, I know. I was just saying in general. In that deck, it was just that too. It was just crazy.
So yeah, that's my thing. I'm like, I'm gonna play these decks that like I enjoy, which is the big thing. That's like the big takeaway from all this. Like, don't take this as like, oh, like I know a lot of people like when Mario had said that he was like taking time off from Digimon, people were like, oh my goodness, he's quitting the game. I'm not like quitting the game. I'm not stopping playing competitively. I just don't give 2 fucks enough to fly out to Dallas. I didn't get to register for my online regionals. And I'm just chilling, right? That's basically what it is. I'm just chilling. I'm gonna play with the boys. I play in Discord all the time. Not all the time, but I have knockouts that we play in, and then sometimes we play casual tournaments. There is actually one, if you guys are interested, join the Discord. Chrome, shout out to our boy Chrome. He has a tournament going on. It's called the Koala Cup. It's a set of casual tournaments. The one that's firing off right now is a Royal Knights tournament. So up to 12, because Omnimon isn't counted. Up to 12 people can register because he didn't want it to be like just another War Grey or Melga deck, essentially.
Oh, okay. So,
and then that's of course until BT17, because then you could just play that deck, but then that's a whole different situation to think about. But regardless, up to 12 people can register. Each person, or a wheel is going to be spun with each person's name. They're going to get assigned a Royal Knight. You build a deck for that Royal Knight. You have to include 4 of your Royal Knight. If you play any option cards, it can only be training or memory boost, or that Royal Knight's attack. So Lightning Joust, Avalon's Gate, Endless Waltz, and stuff like that.
I might join this. I didn't realize he had this one going on.
Yeah, you should. I don't know if it filled up yet, but it sounds fun. I'm going to put you in right now. It sounds fun, and I'm super excited to play and build a deck because that's what I enjoy. I like this type of stuff. Right. It's creativity. And you guys can do that. Like competition is a big thing, right? Some people love comp. Some people don't. We had a comment the other day that was like, I don't play competitively at all. I just like to play casual with my friends. That's okay. It's perfectly fine. There is nothing wrong with wanting to play the game casually with your friends on the tabletop, in the kitchen table, on Tabletop Simulator or at locals. And that's what I'm going to be doing because I just, Now, as for good old boy Dan here.
So, well, Mike's sad about regionals. And Varney's just a little about the upcoming stuff. I'm not about the upcoming stuff. Like, I love BT17 because it's the movie set. I'm super hyped for the support, all the stuff. But me personally, I hit Burnout. I am 100% hitting that wall of Burnout when it comes to playing this game. Really, really badly, I would say. I've never stopped playing this game since it came out. I have like, quick little breaks here and there, like, everybody does. Like, not everybody's playing the game 24/7 every day, you know what I'm saying? So like usually I take those are my break times where, like, maybe in the week from like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I didn't play, and then I got played Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, something, you know what I'm saying? Like, in general, and like that's usually how I take my breaks. But recently, I guess, like I said, been practicing for Nats, after Nats straight into other top tier decks and try and get these regionals and play well and play win this, win that. I'm trying to do all this stuff, and I just hit a fucking wall, I guess, mentally with the game. I'm not having, I guess, fun per se. Like, I could have a quick casual and be salty as AF right now, and I'm just like, I can't keep doing this because it's not fun. It's not fun for like the opponent as well. It's not fun for me to be like that. And here's the problem with me, right? Ronnie's like, yo, just play, fun decks that you enjoy playing on the side. I have my decks I enjoy playing on the side. The problem with me though is that it doesn't matter what deck I play, I expect to win. That's just because that's my mentality on things. It's not just Digimon, it's everything. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. I could have the trashiest situation happening in a give me 4 of the crappiest basketball players on the fucking court versus 5 all-stars. You know what? I'm expecting to fucking win still. You know what I'm saying? And that's my mentality about a lot of things.
It's that Jimmy Butler mentality right there, baby.
I'm just wired mentally to be ultra competitive, just how I've always been. And so it's hard for me to like dial it back. And right now it's really hard to dial it back. Like, I've dialed it back, over the years. Mike could probably kind of see that I've dialed it back, but like, he didn't see me play like that. Now. He wasn't. I'm nicer in the toxic side, quote unquote, like talking shit. But like, competitive wise, I don't know if he really saw like the extra, like, my version on a basketball court is definitely different than me like off the basketball court. And so like, that competitive side of like wanting to win everything and expecting to win and always wanting to win and stuff, it's been like super hard to turn off. And I've been going through, like, I've been playing Digimon a lot for like a lot of like tournaments or whatever, and I just like, I don't know why, I've just been crazy bricking. Like, we didn't talk about it fully, but like, I was in last weekend's Ulti Cup. I dropped out at 2 and 3, and I kid you not, all 5 rounds I had like some crazy bricks. It's just like, oh, come on, it's Digimon. Like, why am I like having these shit ass hands? And I'm either having to play out of it from a deficit, and I either win because that's how it was my first 2 rounds, or I just got smacked up, and that was my last 3 rounds. And it was just like super bad for me. And I tried to like play it off, and like, all right, I'm good, whatever. And I'm just like not at all. Like, Nats, I was super salty with Nats because I just straight up bricked out with Shine those first 4 rounds, whatever it was. And then, whatever, like I ended on a positive record, but like it didn't matter because it didn't top, so like I didn't care. But like, and a lot of other regionals that I was been playing in, Ulti Cups I've been playing in a lot, it's just been like not good, or I just have like the worst luck and security. And it's just like I'm outskilling someone, but like, cause I lost cause a security bomb, which happens because it's the nature of the game, I lose. Or I'm playing against someone and we're both having a back and forth and I win, but the next 2 games I just break the fuck out because it's happened. I will just, we both have really good games game 1, but I was able to pull it out game 1 and, because I outplayed the other person that game. And then 2 and 3, I can't play the game. And so that shit's just been hitting me so hard. So I have a couple, knockouts, TBL knockouts I'm in, and I'm not signing up for anything else. I didn't sign up for Dallas for that reason. Also because like Mike and Varney was also going, like, I want to go with people that I like know close. Like I know, like, the boy Lance and Cliff and them, they're going, but like it's different because they're out of state. We're gonna have to meet there. Like I want to go with them, go with the, the homies and stuff.
It's traveling like with people is cool,
exactly,
which is another big thing for me. I'm like, I don't want to travel by myself.
Exactly.
It's so lonely.
And so, like I said, I was on this OT Cup I was in, the last one. I wanted to try, win it and like do well in it. So that's why I went Newmon. At first, Varney was like, yo, just play, Dearborn, just play something that's fun. So you just call it a day, whatever. And just, try your best, whatever. I was like, it doesn't matter for me. So I might as well go with something I know I could do well with, which is Newmon. And, unfortunately, it didn't work out that way for me. So I just taking a break from the game for me. I don't even know if I'm gonna go to locals. I'm gonna think about going to locals, honestly, just because like I've been going to locals and I just been getting tilted as fuck because I'm like losing games where I shouldn't lose, because like bricks and stuff like that. Like I don't even like care about my own misplays as much. It's more of like the not being able to play the game. And I just go, all right, I guess I'm gonna have to hard play this thing and watch you go ham. And that's legit what's happening. Because that's today's game. You can't just give someone 7 memory and just like expect to do well, in a game. That's just not how we are in today's game. It's just not, it is what it is type of thing. I'm at a point where like my hand is super questionable and I'm questioning my mulligan if I should mulligan. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so mentally like shook that I'm just gonna get into a way worse hand, and it's half the time I was getting into worse hands, and I'm just like, fuck, I might as well just stick with this hand, and it's not even a good hand, but because I'm too worried about that mulligan being way worse, I just been sticking with hands that I shouldn't be. I know I've been doing that a lot more too. I just been like overly questioning my thought process on like shuffling too, my everything. Like, all right, like, should I even evo this play? Should I even do this? Should I even do that? Just because like I just been so mentally like just kind of like burnt out, right? That's the name of the topic, right? Burnout, or jaded for Varney, or sad for Mike. For me, I'm burnt out. I'm burnt out playing the game. I'm just, every small little thing is making me tilted as well. I was joking with like personal friends that don't play the game. I was like, yo, maybe like the negative energy that's been happening since like, Nats, since like the beginning of the year, had a lot of personal things that ain't, positive or whatever. Maybe those negative emotions I'm just bringing into the card game, and it's just like absorbing that, and it's just like that's what's causing me to like have these bricks and stuff like that. I don't know, say like was it was that like that saying like when like something's negative, you just keep getting negative or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That type of thing. I don't know. So like I said, I'm gonna still be playing the game in the sense of, well, I rephrase, I'm still gonna be collecting the cards, like what are cards I need to buy because I know I'm building those decks. I'm still gonna buy BT17, a shit ton of it, or as much as possible, I should say, depending on what happens at the edge. I'm still gonna be doing content for y'all. I'm still gonna be here. I'm still gonna be podcasting every week. We're still gonna be talking about, I'm still gonna be up to date with everything when it comes to Digimon. Don't get me wrong, that's not gonna change. I'm still be here for TBLs and all that stuff. I think I need to take a break of playing the game and see what happens. So I don't know how long that break is. I might still just go to locals, and just play, like I said, like Varney said, like our like rogue tier type decks. But I'm just worried that even with that, because my mentality of like, I win, I need to win, I'm just going to get salty still. So I don't know fully if I'm going to be able to do that.
Hey, we should just play some Grand Archive.
I'll play Elestrals. So I don't know when it comes to like at least locals. I don't know fully yet. Probably go to like whenever pre-release for B217 is for sure. That's guaranteed. But outside everything else, it's up to debate. So I don't know. I don't know when it comes to playing right now. Outside finishing off the tournaments I have for those knockout tournaments, which again I'm trying to win, but same time it's just like, let me put it like this. Me and Varney had one, right? He was playing Magna. I'm playing Diaboromon. I think Diaboromon has a good matchup with Magna because the style of Magna and the style of Diaboromon is. And so especially he's playing Blue Blaze. So that means Blue Blaze, you need to kind of swing more often than you do Yellow for your Magna X to proc. Great, I go Diabor Ace, you know, potentially DG off with the Infer effect, yada, 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 right? That's the whole mindset. Why I think it's a decent matchup in that deck, right? It was only 2 games, I believe, right? Yeah, you won game 1. And I'm just like, oh, first check Dexmon. Great. Whatever.
Yeah, that was a Travis.
On the
cool,
that's fine. Swing. That's fine. Yeah. No, that was game. Yeah, no, yeah. That was game 2. No, game 1. Game 1
games you hit a Dexmon in security.
First check. That first game was. I'm just like, there's just no fucking way. And then I was like, there's no way he has a second Dex. Game 2, he dropped a second Dex. I was just like, where do you have room for a GX in a Dex? I was like, what the fuck? And so I'm like, all right, game 1. I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. And like I dealt with the Magnamon too. He got the second one with I was like, all right, whatever, no problem. He ended up getting that game. Cool. Game 2 is happening. He goes GX combo. I'm like, all right. I kind of slowed down the onslaught from the GX. He got me down to 0 security like instantly because of it. I was just like, all right, cool, whatever. So I got to the point where I was like, I knew I had game coming. I'm like, all right, I kind of outplayed it. I kind of like figured it out. I know what to do. I'm gonna leave this at GX for a little bit because he can't do anything with GX. He doesn't have no protection. He has nothing with it. I'm gonna keep him be GX for a couple turns if needed. I won't let him go into Magna X until I am ready to deal with that Magna X. The turn that I was going for OTK turn, I was able to deal with the whole stack. Boom, got rid of whatever he had. I'm going for game now. I'm swinging tokens. First check was a Dex, so I was like, all right, cool, no problem. That means he doesn't have another Dex in hand, whatever. Second check hits a fucking Judgment. Kills my Diaboromon Ace, and I was just instantly so fucking tilted because in my head I'm just like, I got game. This is game. He doesn't win this at all. And I'm just like, great. I wish my security would have at least something. Give me a training boost. Give me a training boost. I could have used a training boost so badly. At least something. Maybe not a security bomb, but you know, training boost would have been great. Never saw one. It didn't matter because GX doesn't activate options, right? Or does it?
No, it does.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm like, all right, give me a training boost or something. I got nothing out of it. Nothing. Not a security bomb. At least if there was a security bomb and even though you had the protection, I was like, oh, at least I had that there. At least it was there, knowing that could have been something. But like GX, you know, with the Magna X protection, it didn't matter. But like, at least I would have known there. But it was like nothing. Both games, it was absolutely nothing. And I'm just like, I'm at a point where like, maybe I just don't even play security options. What the fuck's the point? They're never there for me. They're already stuck in my hand at dead cards. Why am I even running these cards anymore? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he goes, after, so my turn passed because overflow Ace, cool, great. Plays Dex. I was just like, there's just no fucking way he has another deck. And you know what's the worst part? I instant scoop. I think I had a Diabor Ace in hand, which could have dealt with the Vmon swing because Dexmon can't swing, obviously. But I just like I was like so salty about it that I just instant scooped my hand because I was like, all right, he got game. Where maybe if I actually looked at my hand, because I think I might have, but I don't remember fully. Maybe if I wasn't like instantly tilted, that I would have looked at my hand like, oh look, there was an ace in hand. I could have, you know, countered the Vmon play, but it is what it is. But I was just like so like mad just off of that one game. So it's just like, that's why I don't know if I want to like play locals because I'm gonna still be I'm still wired the same regardless, no matter what, of wanting to win.
You're a highly competitive player, and that is your downfall.
And I don't have that person anymore that's with me to give me that like calm. Like when I was with my ex, like when I would have like those bad days where I was like, fuck, I'm just playing like drag shit because I can't do anything, or like bad like regionals run. At least she was there to like give me that like calmingness and like, all right, yo, don't worry about it. Like y'all can tell me don't worry about it, just play good next time, but it doesn't hit difference compared to someone that you know.
it doesn't hit difference until you're in their lap and they got their fingers in your hair.
Exactly my point. It hits different when it's that person for you know what I'm saying? And I don't have that anymore, so I don't know if that's also something that's like tilting. I need to figure out like how to like, all right, let me calm down like myself and stuff like that. So gotta just you know chill out from playing Digimon a little bit and just relax a little.
Yeah, it's definitely a curse of us competitive players, which is probably like another thing for each individual person to consider. Like, what type of player are you? So how important is it for you to play the game, to not play the game? It's okay to not play the game, you know? Just because you take a break, even if it's like a 2-week break, a 1-month break, it doesn't mean that like you're never gonna play the game again. It doesn't mean that you admit that the game is shit. We're sitting here telling you guys this because first of all, we keep it real all the time, 100%, but because there's nothing wrong with just saying, yeah, I'm not with it right now. Like, we're human, and for what it's worth, our own health and sanity comes first. You know, if we're not enjoying the game, the thing that we play because we love it, why put ourselves through the stress? Especially if you're not playing competitive, or sorry, let me rephrase. Especially if you're not playing for mad ass money, right? Like, if it was like, oh, like I'm playing One Piece competitively, so I can make, you know, 15 grand by making a top 8. And you get this type of frustrated because, you know, you don't make your top 8. That's different. That's like athletes. Like, you're actually playing for something. You're playing for mad ass money. you're playing for big props, like all sorts of stuff. But we're just playing this shit because we love it. Why put ourselves through the stress? Even at a locals level. If you're just gonna sit there and get tilted, I just don't want to sit there at all. You know. So that's about where we're gonna end it on today's note. Burnout's real, and it's important. Just as it's important, like for self-care, to take care of yourself and make sure, you know, like last time we spoke about money and making sure that you guys are taking care of like your financial responsibilities and everything. It's also important to take care of your health and your own mental sanity, making sure that you are doing what you want to be doing, not just going through the motions, not just doing it because, I don't know, I spent $1,000 on the game and I have to get my money's worth. No. No, that's not a good mentality to have. If you need to take your break, play a different game. There's nothing wrong. You're not, I don't know. I feel like people have that mentality. They're like, oh my goodness, if I sit here and I play One Piece, I'm admitting that One Piece is better than Digimon. No, to some people, One Piece is better than Digimon. And to some people, Digimon is better than One Piece. There ain't nothing wrong with that. To a lot of people, Magic is better than Digimon, you know? To Mike, yeah. Magic is better than Digimon. So it's like...
That is not... Whoa.
Shit, I've been enjoying the F out playing, like, I mean, current Yu-Gi-Oh! Per se, but like Master Duel Yu-Gi-Oh! You know what I'm saying? I enjoy the F out there right now. Just, you know, just enjoy playing it because I guess I don't view it, since it's not IRL probably, because if it was IRL, probably like I would be the same way like competitively when it comes to Digimon, same way like for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I was like that when we played, even like in our own college friends tournament. I'm like, yo, I'm about to bust all your ass and you ain't gonna say shit to me, you know what I'm saying? And like, because Mike remembers that shit, like when we was in Northampton, like we were competitive as fuck with our friend group, you know what I'm saying? And we're like, yo, we gotta get these ash blossoms before this bum gets it or something like that, you know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I get such and such that because I don't want him to get, because I know this could be potentially a tier 1 deck, and stuff like that. We used to do that. We used to all choose decks that were like separate, and we couldn't each play the same deck because we wanted to be, different and stuff like that. And so, like, quick example, when Spirals came out, and it came out at the same time as Crystals, we had a friend, shout out to Darius, that used to always play. He's like, I only play machine decks. That's the only machines I care about. And I was like, bro, you're not touching Spirals, because I think Spirals is going to be crazy crack deck in the future. So you ain't touching. You can stick with Crystals. I don't give a F. He was like, fine, Spirals ain't shit anyways. I was like, all right, watch this. I used to bust his ass with Spirals. That was when Spirals was a rogue deck. And then when Double Helix came out, it was over because of the Nightmares cards plus Double Helix. That became tier 0 deck, and that became one of the best decks. You could say one of the best decks ever, possibly during their time frames. You know what I'm saying? For their eras, it was definitely up there as one of those type of decks. And like, we just knew that it was gonna be good potentially, because they had cards. Quick Fix was such a broken card. It was not once per turn. You could keep summoning it for free. You could do so many things with it. So like, yeah. So like, I'm pretty sure if I play IRL Yu-Gi-Oh, I'll be the same way too, like how I am with Digimon. But because it's not IRL, I'm not really like invested as much. I'm just enjoying Master Duel for what it is, and I might be playing tier 1 decks in that. But like, it's not the same as, I guess, for me as Digimon is right now, because I love Digimon so much and passionate about it. Plus, I want to always win. So all that combination is not a good combination sometimes.
Definitely fair. But yeah, that is it for today's episode of DigiPod, the digital podcast. Poll question that I'm going to leave you all with is going to be, let's see. I don't know. Find out.
Wow.
Look in the comments. Or
how do you deal with burnout? I don't know.
Nah, that's a comment question.
Yeah, all right.
I guess, how do you deal with burnout? And I'll give you X amount of options. But if you're on Spotify, you can find it by, looking at the podcast, I'm pretty sure. If you're on YouTube, I just got to remember to put it in the comments. So if I don't, and you want to answer it, and you can just answer it anyways. How do you deal with burnout? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that is it for today's episode of DigiPod, the digital podcast. And so until we talk to you guys the next time, peace out.
Peace.
Catch y'all in the next one.
Boys. See ya.